we'll go Alsop, Vale, Herberholz, and it's not just the obvious of schemes. It's 3 weeks. There's a lot of things to process and think about. These guys have gone 3 or 4 weeks and averaged 80 plus pitches. Both guys threw over 90 pitches last week. It buys them another day from that workload. The schemes thing kind of, to me, when I really started thinking about the possibility of this on Monday, it made me start really wanting to move toward that. Vale has given us our longest outings in ball games, and so maybe it helps our bullpen as well, the Friday, Sunday deal, and if you're getting your longest starter, if you could put them on Saturday, maybe that's to our benefit. Moving these last 2 weekends to Thursday, Friday, Saturday series, I just thought it was a good time for Vale and Herberholz to get another day. We can't make this march and do what we want to do to try to get to the SEC tournament, to try to get any hopes of getting into postseason. We're going to need Chase Alsop to be in the middle of that. I don't think there's any way around it. So coming off of what was one of his best, most competitive outings the last month or so in conference play, it's the right time to do it with him. We introduced a new slider grip that we thought played a little bit better. I thought he was in the zone more, much more competitive, so it's the right time to do it from that standpoint. And so a lot of different factors, but yeah, we'll go also Vale and Herberholz for this weekend.
What's your message to Alsop? He's a guy that has immense talent. What's the message to him heading into this start?
Just like we started, it's opportunity and never giving up. Players are allowed to get better. We've seen it time and time with others. We've seen, we drew a line right here on the second half, and we won 2 weekends in a row. And I just see it as an opportunity. I hope he sees it, that his team still believes in him, his coaching staff still believes in him. He's absolutely got the talent, and I think at some point the talent has to hook up for us to make this thing realistic. So it's just shoving him in the deal and telling him I think he's coming off an outing where he can go out and have success against an amazing lineup. So I hope he receives it the right way. He seems excited. These are decisions you don't make on Thursday at the press conference. These are decisions that's got to be made on Monday, because it affects days of bullpens, and if you're trying to get these guys another day, that had to start early in the week. So he's known about it for a few days here, and we got his bullpen set up for him to start. This is how we wanted to start the season, and it just seems like it's evolved back around to that opportunity. And hopefully not just Chase, but other pitchers see, other players see that if you just keep competing and keep fighting, that you'll get opportunities again moving forward. So this is a great example of that.
With the series moving to Thursday through Saturday the next 2 weeks, does this mean it'll be Vale, Herberholz, Saturday, Sunday the next 2 weeks?
We'll see. You can line it up and give it away, and I think you play it a certain way, but I don't. Our club is not afforded an opportunity to look past this series.
Right.
So we'll absolutely line it up. I'm the only one that's allowed right now, I think, to have any telescopic views. Everybody else needs to stay in the microscope, and I think everybody's fine with that and understands that. And then absolutely, you get through this series, and I can have a long-term plan, and then it can adjust on a dime. And I just think we line it up this way with the potential of hopeful coach looking at a telescope that this could be a path. And but we'll have to wait and see how the weekend plays out to see if, all right, yes, let's hook it up, keep going that way. That's what I want, to be honest with you, Brian. But we'll absolutely, other than that, the setup, we'll just look at this weekend, play this weekend out, and then see if there's any adjustments. And it may not be hopeful to ride it out this way, but I have to look past the weekend, but we'll take the body of work that plays out this weekend and see if we need to pivot, adjust, or stay the course.
But you had South Carolina lineup last weekend. LSU, you've talked about length in a lineup. They may have as much length as anybody, and then some superstars in the middle. Just talk about what you see from their offense.
They do. They might have the 2 best players in college baseball. One's in center field, one will pitch tomorrow night. but they got a lot more than that. When you start talking about a position player like Tommy White has over 75 RBI, Trey Morgan, a guy that's been in this league for forever. You know, Thompson's been around playing shortstop for him. Dugas, whenever I see him come to the plate, I don't care what his numbers are. I just know it's a complete lineup. Beloso, you know, they got a few left-handed hitters in there, primarily right-handed, and Cruz is absolutely the guy. But if you play that card too much, you got White hitting right behind him with all the guys so if you just walk Cruz, then that's where Tommy's had all these guys to knock in. It did feel that way last week with Petrie. That guy had already hit 20 home runs, and I thought we did a nice job with him for the weekend. But the guy hitting right behind him was good. I think we got some good practice last week. What was our guy last week that hit right behind? Messina.
Mm-hmm.
He swung it better than anybody on their team for the 3-game series. So you got Petrie there, and you got Messina right behind him. This is a version, if not better. It's incredible to think of. But we had some rehearsal of some of those strategies last week, and just Cruz and White back-to-backs, because there is in America. The other thing I'd say about LSU is they're good late. You know, I hope that's an advantage playing at Plainsman Park for us, but their offense just keeps coming like in waves. So these are 9-inning, if not more, affairs for us, where I think they got a little more juice up and down their lineup and can get you at any point in time. We definitely have some focal points, but they have enough veterans and stuff that can get you. And I think I've been most impressed about preparing for their lineup is their ability to keep coming late offensively. And I think they've done that. I think some of these teams, I look at a Kentucky and Alabama series where those teams felt like they had a chance to be competitive and win a series, and you know, maybe they lose 2 out of 3 or get swept, but they feel like they're in games and part of them. But the LSU has got a relentless spirit to their offense that I think I've noticed in preparation this week. So we got to keep going, we got to keep playing, and they're very offensive.